feel like I'm pre-gaming in my ear right now. Oh shoot!
You, you are pre-gaming, my friend. Look at you with that smile. Boys and girls, we are here on a Wednesday evening. The work week is like half over. We are right. We're right around the corner. And I can't wait till this weekend. I have a couple things planned. But besides that, we're not talking about that. But boys and girls, this is Still in the Pot with Don Kincaid. And my very special guest, we got both today. We have Ray and Adonis. They're both joining us this evening. Welcome, both of you, to the show. I appreciate you coming on.
Y'all?
Oh, Yerky, yer. How you guys doing today, yo?
All right, all right. We are post-work day. I've already had a little dinner. We already pre-gamed before this, but my man Ray seems like he's pre-gaming now. Adonis, you look serious. Are you okay, my friend Adonis? Are you okay? You look very serious.
Yeah, I might, but I'm ready to talk my shit. How I'm gonna talk it.
Oh wow, we're talking. Okay, you know, I am very known to chatter. If you know, boys and girls, well, when I see Adonis in the crowd, I know we're gonna hear from Adonis. If he's across the room, if he's sitting next to us, if he's even outside, or if I'm outside, I can still hear Adonis. Adonis is a very, very hype young man, and I appreciate you coming on. And you've been wanting to release some stuff because as the modern era of wrestling has evolved, so hasn't the fans. And with the technology and all of the social media, so hasn't the interaction between the wrestlers and the people that go to the events. And my man Adonis has been getting caught up in some shit. Let me tell you, boys and girls.
Facts.
That is hashtag fact, as the kids say. Now, Adonis, look at him. He is so serious, and I know he's very hyped up, if you will, to be on STP, but there's so much for Adonis to say. So, with that setup, I'm just going to step aside. I'm going to keep hush. Ray is going to pregame. And Adonis, I can't believe I'm doing this, but STP, this is your forum, my friend. But just remember, there's only a smidge couple rules that we discussed at the beginning. And there's really basically no rules. But the floor is yours, my man. So please have at it.
All
Wait,
right,
hold on. May I say
so-
something very quick? May I say
Oh,
something?
my God!
I'm sorry. Donnie, I'm giving you all the faith right here, brother. Number one, when we talked about the Keep Calm and Cool and Collective,
I got you.
that's out the window right now. Speak your shit. Let them have it.
And I sure will.
Oh, wow.
But
Okay.
make sure you do it in a proper manner.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and again, we can go loose with the lips to a degree. So have some fun with it, or whatever you got to say. I'm not trying to stifle anyone on the forum. So please, the floor is yours, Adonis. Oh my God.
All right, so I go on Facebook and I see that Jay Bougie goes and reposts talking about some he just let anybody on the show discuss.
Oh. Is Donnie still there?
So
He's still there.
and Rick Del Santos wants to go under her talking about some. I 100% agree with it, and I'm still in the comment section saying what I have to say. So then what I said, and that's that. Nobody's gonna come at me or my tag partner like that.
I can see you there. That was much more milder than I expected. Ray, are you okay over there? You got some furry type friends over there? Do I hear a dog or something happening?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, he had a neighbor's dog. Like I was pre-gaming, and well, my little buddy looking for my dog that's currently sleeping inside. So I understand. Listen, see, like that's the wolf pack call right there. I call that straight sweet pack right there. That's awesome.
Now Adonis, I know I have met you at PAPW Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling in East Haven, Connecticut. We have a lot of fun there. I know I've been kind of sprinkled in and out of PAPW lately, but I've been trying different promotions and stuff like that, and it kind of takes me away from the normal promotions I go to. But as I stated earlier, also I see you at Test of Strength now, but also as I stated earlier, you are one of those passionate people in the crowd, my friend. You do not care. You say it like it is, and you give that wrestling fandom to those wrestlers because, again, we like to boo the piss out of the bad guys, and we like to lift our good guys. And you are not afraid to be vocal out in there. What brings you into wrestling? Was it a family relation, maybe a dad or a mom or a gram or somebody that got you into wrestling? Why are you so passionate when you're out in that crowd, my man? Who got you into wrestling?
I got to shout out to my big cousin, Kylon King, the champion, the IC champion of Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. So that's what got me into it.
Wait, did you just say the IC, the PAPW IC champion, Kylon King, he's your cousin?
Sure is.
Oh, wow. I wish you would have said that earlier, way pre-meeting me. You should have introduced. I'm Kylon King. I'm the champ's cousin. You should have said that right off the top. Maybe. Never mind. But anyways, because the first time I ever met Kylon, we had a very, very rocky relationship, but we won't get into that. But that is good to know. That's information that will be stored right here for later in the future. Now, I am so glad that Kylon King got you into wrestling because you seem like you have a ton of fun. Now, do you go by yourself? Do you go with other family members, or what's good over there?
It's just me and my father.
Okay. Please, could woo! Could you please talk about Papa, because I've also talked to Papa. We've done some selfies as well. We have some fun at the shows. Could you please talk to us about Papa, because I love that man. He's such a good time.
Yeah, he tried to teach me everything that I need to know because some of these people out here not gonna teach you what you gotta know in life. So shout out to him because he's gonna teach me everything that I need to know.
All right. Now I see that Rey has. He's got that smile, Adonis. Look at him. He's got that pre-gaming, and now he's gaming, baby. Now, Rey, I want to switch over to you, my friend. Again, I met you. You were in the crowd, but we have spoken on the side at a couple of the shows. And the very first time I ever took a selfie with you, I was like, "Holy fuck, you're a big dude." And I didn't realize how tall my man Rey is. But we've spoken at the shows, and I thought, because I assume a lot, and that's what gets me in a lot of trouble at the shows. But I was assuming.
And that's half of the times I'm always there defending you.
Yes,
you're safe.
Yes, and we always appreciate that. And come to find out that there's been some ring stuff going on with Rey, and I don't really exactly know how to put it, and that's why we have you on the show. We dig a little bit of information out of our friends on STP. So please talk to us about, are you trained? Are you a wrestler? Or what's going on with Rey? Because I only know you as a fan in at the event. So speak on that, my friend.
All right, so let me do this let me do this correctly. Hi guys, my name is Rey Infant. I was also known as Alex Rivera, and I was also known as A2 Quick.
Three names? Wait. I'm sorry. I'm sorry and I hate to interrupt. Three names? What's going on there? Please describe what's that all about?
So my brother Johnny is an avid wrestler guy. So me and him were independent together. We went on the independent scene. We worked at DPW here and there. We did a couple. Oh, my brother did more matches than I did because I ended up stopping, and that's where I transitioned over from Rey Infant to A2 Quick. A2 Quick was my first ever masked character.
Okay.
So A2 Quick is how can I say that's like Ray Infant is like the Finn Balor, while my A2 Quick was the Demon King.
Wow. Okay.
And then
Go ahead.
and then I found a middle person. The middle person happened to be myself, including I consider myself as the modern day Mick Foley. The reason why, because you have many faces of Foley, you have many faces of Alex.
Wow.
Not every day you're gonna get the same thing. You're gonna get something new, better every day.
That's very
To answer your
interesting
question,
concept. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a very interesting
my
concept that you have. You seem young. I could go on a limb and say you're pretty young. There's a few names. You have a concept going on over a little bit of time here. Now, I know I did interrupt you at the top of the setting where you started naming the names. I don't know where you were going and thought there, and I apologize for interrupting. But you have a young career here. Could you tell us how long you've been doing these? Because you have 3 personalities already.
so overall, an overall estimate time of altogether will be, I'll say 7 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. And I've never seen you in ring at one of the local promotions. What's going on there?
So, like, to answer your question, I was young. I was making very bad decisions.
Don't we?
Happenly, most recently, because when I first came back into the independent scene recently, I came back in the beginning of the year. I came back to training under TOS,
Okay.
and then I was trying to build on from TOS, but then my past, nothing from the past is going to be always hidden in the dark. It's always going to be seen in the light. I had to go away for a couple, I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about how long I was gone. I want to talk about why I was gone. I
Okay.
went away due to a case that, put me in a predicament where I wasn't able to complete most of the tasks I had to accomplish. So from there, being away for that short time, and then me coming back, I came back at my first independent show back will be this year, I believe in August, at Blood, Sweat, Tears, Road to Success. That's where I met you for the very first time, and you called me Big 25. And then coming back, and like I said, there's multiple reasons why I'm actually coming back into the independent scene, and then like rebuilding my image more. Because like I said, when you first met me, my beard was atrociously big. My hair was I was balding, but now like I'm getting my hair back, so like it's pretty good. So yeah, is there any other questions?
So basically, you're trying to kind of get back on the indie scene as a wrestler with a character, a gimmick, the whole 9 yards. And but what are you going to? Are you going to be in ring anytime soon?
Actually, to answer that question, yes, I will be in ring soon. The only thing is I'm waiting for a medical clearance recently.
Okay.
Like I said, everybody thinks that wrestling is fake, and like the stunts that were done are like not real. I'm letting everybody know straight out, it's real because your body takes a toll and a lot of damage over the years.
Mm-hmm.
So most recently, I have a shoulder issue. That's the only downfall right now. I have a shoulder issue where I lift up a little bit, like 325. The body can't take it. Like I said, everybody thinks being young is like that, but after you've been through a lot of trauma and like PTSD issues, yeah, it takes a toll on you.
Absolutely. Now, Adonis, I know, again, we were talking about your fandom, but I've heard you call Ray your tag team partner. I've also heard you want to get in that ring, and you've actually called a couple people out already, in sorts. Are you a wrestler in training? Are you an aspiring wrestler? Are you just a fan? What's going on with all of that?
So it's a little mixed. It's like I'm a fan and inspired, but this is what I want to do since I was like 5 years old. So I want to go for my dreams, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Hey, there is nothing wrong with that. Now, you obviously know you need the gimmick and the gear and the look and the character and all of that stuff and the physical and the mental and everything that goes with being a wrestler. Have you ever thought about what your first gimmick would be? Because I love talking to the newer wrestlers that are just starting that that never have either been interviewed or, Ray that's already been through an evolution. We're going to get back to that, an evolution of character, because I love talking about evolution of character, of a promotion, of wrestling in general. Love all of that stuff. Have you ever thought of what your gimmick would be, the name, the look, and all of that, Adonis?
I sure have.
Ooh.
So my name, sure do. My name gonna be Donnie the Don. So that name came from all my friends. They was the ones that wanted that name, so they used to call me that in school, and still they do. So yeah.
Are we talking a bunch of flippy do stuff like off the top rope and outside the ring? Maybe some 450, some 450s or 630s or crazy stuff like that. Is that the kind of wrestler you're aspiring to be?
Probably.
Oh, probably. Oh, wow. Well, you are young. I would probably hit that mat because if you can be young and start taking some of that abuse, because look at my man Ray, he's already laughing. He's like, you better start now, my man, because the longer you wait, them bones get more brittle as time go on.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Because I started, like I said, well, Donnie. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna do this for Donnie the Don, Don the Donnie. Like, you know what I mean? It rolls off the tongue. I can work with that. Like I said, I started off very young, so like I said, I think the younger you start is the faster you're able to pick up everything, to know everything, so you can craft everything into your own arsenal. So like what Don was saying, like you could be doing running 360s, like 630s. Like, yo, bro, if you're doing straight running through like 630s in front of me, bro, I mean, that means I got stuff in my game to hit a 720.
Now, coming back from injury, do you find have you been training at all? Any in-ring training at all, Ray? As of late, in recent time?
Recently, yeah. I think a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I was at PAPW on a Monday. That came in. I worked out with a few of the guys that was there. I worked out with the recently retired Mario Mancini.
Yeah.
That man right now, I give him the most up due respect, because every time I see him in person, he's always willing to give you advice. That's why one thing like I will say about the man. Trained out with Flash, trained out with Sunset.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be honest, like training out with those guys and seeing what they would do reminded me of when I first started off, and it was like amazing. But I could curse on this, right? Or no?
Yeah, come on.
All right, like fucking. So, so fucking seeing those guys do what they do, it reminded me so much to come back. And then at some of the events that I was there, like there was a PAPW event where the Haven defeated House of Pain. Actually, I was there that day, and I notified you about the outcome of that match.
You did, yes.
Because I was expecting to see you there.
Yeah, as a fan, I find myself either with the promotions, a lot of them have kind of piggybacked on the same date, so it's hard. And if I've already bought tickets or something like that, so I try to see them, but I can't see them all. And I do like the ones in our local area. I try to support those guys as much as possible. Now, where I was driving at with that question, Ray, is coming back from an injury. Do you find yourself training differently at all, because you have to be wary about what's going on right there? Yeah,
massively, and that's my biggest fear at the moment is me. Like you're pushing to the goal of coming back, making that nice re-entering into the cycle,
mm-hmm.
And it's like you're nervous because you're not gonna function the same as you did when before.
Right.
So my biggest fear, like I ain't gonna front, my finishing move when I actually did came out was a package pile driver. I can't do that anymore because when I latch onto you now, my shoulder for some reason will it'll give you the jitters or the jumps, or you feel your shoulder wanting to pop out.
Oh wow.
So now with me, I'm coming up with new finishing moves that I haven't talked with anybody yet. I've been inside mixed martial art gyms, creating a custom move.
Nice.
I'm not letting anybody know yet when I'm coming in until
No,
I got everything settled with my mental health, with my physical health as well.
yeah, that's what you want. You want the whole package. You need that whole package. We talk about that on this show a lot, my friend. Everybody thinks it's just physical and you need to be jacked and toned and 1,000 muscles. You need to be somewhat, some kind of cardio, some kind of physical fitness within your body. Obviously, you have to be physical with it, but without that mental part attached to the physical, my friend, there's no point. You need them both.
And then who I talked to recently, not recently, like a couple events ago, I believe it was Hakim Ali.
Mm-hmm.
I had a conversation with him where he was giving me advice about, making returns and all this. And coming from a big guy like him, I understand it now. Like with us big guys, because I'm not considered a little guy anymore. I'm bigger. I have more weight than I did. Like when I first came into the league, I was the same size as Flash Waller.
Okay.
Now I am the same size as Kylon King, a little bit bigger. And like, the only thing I can say is, with injury being an issue with me, I can't do half of the flips that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Like recently, we want a recap of an event where I believe it was Miracle Generation versus the Firm for TOS.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do none of that high top flippy stuff anymore. I'm to the age where nope, I got to be a grounded pound powerhouse. I got to make sure I stay in my ground and not get them lifted off the ground. Make sure the guy can't pick me up. So right now I'm on a massive diet plan too, where I'm actually gaining more weight. So it's actually pretty dope.
So you're adapting, you're adjusting, you're evolving as a wrestler, getting back to the indie scene. From what I just gathered, all of that is happening at the same time as you're trying to get the diet, the physical, the in-ring, the mental. My man, you got a lot on your plate, and I wish you the best with all of that, because that's a hard juggle right there. So I really do wish you the best bringing that in. And again, adapting is probably the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Adonis, I see you at PAPW. I've seen you at TOS. Do you go to other promotions, or what else do you got going on over there as a fan? Where else do you go?
Those only two. Those are the ones that's local, near me. Those only two,
Okay. And let's talk about your fandom, because obviously Kylon is your cousin. He is the IC champion, PAPW IC champion. I'm gonna go out. Okay, let's all calm down. Now,
the only reason I'm saying that because you never know. Anything can happen in PAPW.
1, 2, 3. It takes 3 seconds. You never know. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say your favorite wrestler at PAPW is probably Kylon King. Is that safe to say?
It sure is.
Wow.
What? Are you serious? Really?
They say I'm not that bright. Shit.
First of all, if you want me to be honest with you, my favorite current member on that roster of PAPW, what happened to say, is Sunset Steve. He's an up and coming. He's almost there. Me and him were in the same similar shoes, same roles. So you got to understand, it's not even the dedication. It's the mental preparedness that you put. Like I said, it's different from dedication, because dedication, you're putting 110% into it. He puts more than that. And I see it. So, like I said, I'm giving major shout outs to my boy Sunset Steve. Nice. I see greatness. I see him hopefully by next summer as the new PAPW champion.
Oh, wow. Wow. And we do love us some Sunset Steven Garcia around here, I'll tell you that. Now, you did fib a little bit, Adonis. I saw you at BST Wrestling, Blood, Sweat, Tears down in Bridgeport at the old yacht club. Yep. That was a grand old time. We have some fun down there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jordan Rowe going through the ceiling.
Now, wasn't that a? I love now we're all on the same wavelength. Look at Adonis' smile. That's what it took. Jordan Rowe's pain to get him to smile like that. That was beautiful. That really was. And not only that, I clipped it with Lou Jacobs shooting him through the ceiling. That was awesome. But those are the memories as a fan that we love, to take away from home when we're going home and we talk about those cool little moments that happen in the matches. And speaking to the talents that I have doing interviews, they say the same thing. Maybe something happened with the fans that they had some fun with that they remember, or something happened in the match that they remember. They take some of those memories and they go home with them. And I just think it's really cool how wrestling is it's universal for both fan and wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Because you both take memories from the same exact event, but just in a different fashion. And I know there's other similarities being maybe concerts or whatever, like that, where the musicians take those memories with them. But I just find it very cool that we get to take those little things and just, and remember them off of the top of our head like that. And it just brings good memories, at the events that we go to, especially same thing at BST. I stood next to Ray. I go, hey, man, you want to do a set? Holy shit, you're a big dude, man. But those are those little things that we remember,
Mhm.
Now, go ahead, Ray. Go ahead.
I mentioned at some of the events, like I said, Adonis was actually at an event where I actually came out as a backstage hand at the PAPW event, where I ended up taking a somersault flip from Showtime Marcel Williams.
Oh shit!
That shit was actually real. I actually had that clip on my phone.
Oh, maybe you should share such clip. I want to see that.
Well, right now we're on the phone that we're using. I'll send it to you because I remember that whole segment. I remember, like I said, it was one of my first events coming back to.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, "Yo, man, we need you to help out with this segment real quick," and I'm like, "All right, cool, I'm down."
So now you guys are big fans of PAPW. That's very evident. You know the talent. You know the storylines. You know who to boo. You know who to cheer. And again, the boys and girls, it's PAPW, Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling in East Haven, Connecticut. They have their training facility down there. And they also have their smaller shows, if you will, seats about 60, 70 people. And then they go and then do their bigger shows. And they have a lot of fun. But I do notice, excuse me. There's always an area at the facilities where they can do their little flying deals. And I'm just going to use your cousin, the IC champ, Kylon King. That kid can do a suicide dive. It's like he just got shot out of a fucking cannon.
I agree.
My guy is just a flippin' wild, man. When he revs up for that suicide dive, it scares the living shit out of me every time. For whoever's outside the ring, the crowd, and himself. I'm scared for everybody. And my dad especially. He knows better. Kylon's almost killed my father 3 times. As soon as he sees Kylon hit the ropes to go running over to the other side, my old man will stand up and run like the wind because he knows Kylon is going to come flying in. But it's really cool to see, a family member, especially the guy who got you into wrestling, doing well, really escalating his career, spreading his wings to different promotions, different states, doing the drives, if you will, like wrestlers are supposed to do, and just doing it. He seems to be having a lot of fun, but it's got to be really cool as a family member to see your family member rise up right in front of you, though, at your home promotion and his home promotion, because that's where he trained.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that a lot.
I think it's just a really cool element because I talk about support. Being a wrestler without support, it's probably got to be the hardest thing ever to become a wrestler because of all of the time on the road and all of that, and the mental stability and the people. You just want to be able to talk to somebody, and you just need that support and people. Somebody behind you saying that's. Not saying that's fake bullshit, but saying, you know what, go out there, kick their ass, make the crowd hate you or make the crowd cheer for you. give you that support line. And I feel that with, the Family Haven. Holy crap. They come out in like a huge posse, man. They are not afraid to cheer them Haven boys on. Woo! But I see your happiness, your fandom at the shows, and I applaud you as a fan to fan. I love it. I love seeing that stuff, and that's what attracts me. And how we actually really started to connect a little bit more because of that energy you bring to the shows, which he's not really giving me much right now, Ray. It's kind of weird. He's kind of, but anywho.
I know. You're a little sad and down. Hold on. Let me ask Donnie Don a question. Are you okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Because you seem down. Like he's telling you.
No, I'm just ready to go on. I'm just ready to go on the bougie part.
Oh
well, we have a couple more minutes before we get into that topic because.
Oh wow!
Matter of fact, if you want, we could actually discuss that topic right now. If you want, because
you can talk bougie if you want to talk bougie. Is that what you want to do, my friend Adonis? Is that what's going on over there?
It don't matter. It don't matter to me.
All right. Well,
you really got the portrait mode on, don't you? I see you with the whole portrait mode. I'm calling you out on it.
I'll start. Jay Bougie pisses me right off. Let me tell you. That kid comes out and he does nothing but talk down to people, talk smack to people, and he's a real buzzkill. As soon as he comes out of that curtain, I gotta give you guys something. That dude just kills my whole vibe. He is such a buzzkill for me personally. But I will have to give him his dues. I will have to give him his dues. He does his thing in the ring. And you gotta give it to him where it's due there. But yeah, the kid pisses me right off. We have a very rocky relationship, and I've noticed that about yourself and Jay Bougie. And it's not only on the Facebook; it starts from at the events. Now, I put myself in a line of fire by stealing his shirt. That's my bad. That's my stupidity. That's me crossing the line.
No, it's not. That's gold. That's amazing. Like, what are you talking about, man? I am so proud that you did that. I was happy as hell. And then, like I said, all this bougie nonsense comes back from the event that I met him at, and that was at the BST event.
Oh shit! What's happening?
Checking in with my son right now.
All right. What's popping? We're having some fun. I'm getting a lot of smiles. We had some pregame. We had some. We're doing a little smoking together. Me and Ray. We've got Adonis over there.
Let me get smoked too.
We got Adonis over. We got Adonis over there with a sour face. My man.
Hold on. There you go.
I don't know why he's supposed to. I don't know why he kept talking about being on Stirring the Pot.
I thought he was going to be excited. We were going to have some fun. But I think Jay Bougie has gotten to your boy, and that's the topic we're talking about right now. So Adonis, what burns your ass about Jay Bougie? Why does he burn your ass, my man?
So what happened was when we was on Facebook, whatever, you know how he got in my face already rag BST, one of the events. So that's when really where it all started
at. Yeah, BST, I can say the same.
And what occurred there? Like, did Jay Bougie get in your face, or like what was going on there?
So what was really like going on was like, it was like, cause I put some on their Instagram, like, cause remember Kylon and Jay Bougie had that match for the championship. That's where I was like, oh, that's why he lost. Anyway, that's why the whole conversation started.
And then me and him. So at the end of the event of the BST event, I'm catching up with all the guys and stuff, talking to everybody, and I ran into him. I gave him a handshake. I was like, "Yo, we should line it up one day in the ring." He goes, "I'm down." Takes it to social media, acts a whole different person than the person that he met me. hopefully when I get this medical clearance, at what event do I want? I honestly do not know. Hopefully it'll be a BST
Okay.
because it's better than Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Because that foundation at the moment, I see great potential within that company right there.
Hmm.
Like I said, we don't know. Like nobody as of this moment knows where I will be going. So currently, like I said, I am independent. I've been freelancing around companies and companies, catching some shows, running into people, talking. And BST is gonna be the way to go for me as of this moment. So like, yes, I'm being a little like fan favorite towards BST. Shout out to my boy Harry Davila and everybody.
We love the boys. BST.
Jay Bougie, I want Jay Bougie to be my first opponent back.
Oh wow!
Like as soon as I am medically cleared, I want to face one-on-one with none of his bullshit people from his bullshit faction over there from that bullshit company in New York that he should
The
stay
bougie
at.
way.
Just stay that way. Like I said, this is Connecticut, bro, and I'm actually gonna show out for my state. I want him to show out for him.
Rep CT
203 is what we repping.
Oh wow! I want to stay on this BST and Jay Bougie topic for another minute here because you guys saw, also Papa saw, when Jay Bougie was over there and hooking Papa Waller up with the hookup on some Jay Bougie merch, and I caught that on film and I clipped it and put it on the old social medias. I thought that was a bunch of bullshit. Waller lost his ever goddamn mind. These are the things that you just never know what's going to happen at wrestling, my friends. You just never know. And Jay Bougie really set off Mr. Waller. So the reason why I bring that memory up is because I'm assuming down the road there might be something happening with Mr. Bougie and Mr. Waller at BST. You never know. It might be personal at BST.
We never know.
No, you don't. Now, where do we go from here? What do you guys have lined up? Do you have any shows that you're going to check out anytime soon that we can promote on the show before we go here?
Probably PPW Under Pressure, December 11th.
December 11th, Under Pressure. Do you know the venue that they're going to be at?
JCC in Amity, Connecticut.
Oh, yes. That's a fine venue. I love that venue. Ray, are you going to anything up and coming for shows or anything?
As of this month, my schedule is free.
Okay. I was just curious because we were just trying to promote any local events you were going to, whatever. I don't have a whole lot because a couple places that were supposed to be running actually canceled. So I may have a free weekend and might be taking it off. I'm not sure this weekend specifically. But I got some
alley fight stuff.
What alley fights this Friday?
It should be. I mean, it should be. Yeah, Friday. It should be alley fights, though. I don't know. I haven't seen any news about any alley, but it should be alley fights.
Well, yeah. We're gonna have to go take a look-see on the old social media and see if there's an alley fight on Friday, because if so, that might be a possibility. But I do have an interview with the debuting Mark Alexander, who just debuted at the Test of Strength. Unforgettable. That was something. He looked amazing. The gear, the look, the in-ring. My man was on fire. Holy cow. So yeah, we'll be interviewing Mark on Friday. So all depending on the time frame, and if there's an alley fights, maybe we'll double duty. You never know. But I do want to appreciate you guys coming on. I really do appreciate your time. It was nice to have you both on at the same time. I thought that was a pretty cool idea because Adonis always calls you his tag team partner. I had to have you both on at the same time. Why not? But I do really appreciate you coming on in. Adonis, Before we do leave, is there anything else that you have to say? Because you still look like you have something on your mind, my friend.
I'm just having to say that it's gonna be me and him, and we're going for them tag team titles. And Haven, be ready for us.
Say what?
Wow, calling out the Haven. Ray, did you know about this, my friend?
I don't know if you see my face in shock. Damn, off rip. All right.
He's like, oh, okay, I'm down for some gold.
But technically, like at the moment, I want to build up onto that. Like, I want to make a name. If like I said, for my first tag team match back, I kind of want to go against HOP.
Wow.
I want face on the big man. If you knock off the big man, that means you're the biggest man on campus.
This is true. This
What
is
was
true. Well, you guys have been awesome. I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you having some fun with us. We even had Papa on, which was a pleasure. Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that. Nice little cameo.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. We'll see you
Yeah.
at the next one.
Yes, thank you. With all of that said, this is Stirring the Pot with Don Kincaid with my very special guests. I'm going to reverse it. Adonis and Ray. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thank you, guys.
203.
Oh.